346.
Bill Senate Bill 688 by Senator Monfort.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This one hopefully is a little less controversial, and urge your consideration of it. But I do thank you, Mr. Chair. And for years, the school district date was a local decision, and just a few years ago, the law was changed, and that current law required the school start no earlier than 14 days before Labor Day. Normally, school starts around August 18th, and this has not caused too much trouble for school districts until this school year when Labor Day is late. Labor Day this year is September the 7th, therefore schools will have to start no sooner than August 24th. This will mean that the first semester will not end before the winter break. Students will be taking their final exams and EOCs after the winter break, and this is not good academically for our students. We need to finish the first semester and all of the assessments related to the first semester before they enter the winter break. This bill will solve the problem by authorizing districts to start no earlier than 21 days before Labor Day, and the districts will be able to finish the semester before winter break, and they'll be able to finish the exam before winter break. And if I might, Mr. Chair, add to this, there was quite a bit of discussion. My first thought was to have third Monday, and that ran. Well, that's the bill. Let me get to the amendment. That's all right.
You're recognized for amendments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This amendment is barcode 697848, and currently high-performing districts are relieved from several regulations, including this provision. This bill would bring every district into compliance with the school start date. However, some districts have already made the decision for this coming year, and others are in the process. This amendment will allow high-performing school districts that have a calendar approved by the school board by May 1st of this year, they can retain that start date. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Questions on the amendment? Questions on the amendment? Seeing no questions on the amendment, we are on public testimony on the amendment. No public testimony on the amendment. Debate on the amendment. Seeing no debate, objections. Senator Monfort, you recognize close.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
On the amendment. Record close on the amendment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Close on no. Seeing no, show the amendment. No objection. Show the amendment adopted. We are back on the bill as amended. Back on the bill as amended. You recognize questions on the bill as amended. Senator Dieter on the bill as amended.
The bill's a little confusing because its title signifies we're going to open earlier than we already opened, but then when you went over your dates because of the way Labor Day falls, you're really opening a week later than usual, correct? You said August 18th and then August 24th?
This year will start no earlier than August 17th. And then if for the next 6 years, the earliest it would start would be August the 13th.
August the 30th?
13th. That's the earliest.
Okay, and your reason for pushing this back then is?
Is for school districts to allow them to finish all the semester exams by winter break, so they don't have to come back after winter break and take final exams.
Further questions? Further questions? Seeing no questions, public testimony. Vern Crawford. Waves in support. Matt Forrest. Will's out waving against. Bill Graham. Waving in support. Melanie Bostek.
What's her name?
Members, just as a reminder, we have 7 minutes.
Yes, briefly. My name is Melanie Bostic with the Florida Attractions Association. I just wanted to come up and thank the sponsor. We are going to continue to work with him. Right now, the association is currently opposed to changing and moving the school start date, but we are going to continue working with him and moving forward. So thank you very much.
Bobby Cornwell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bobby Cornwell, Executive Director of the Florida Association of RV Parks and Campgrounds. I'm opposed to the bill, basically just due on the fact that it could negatively affect tourism, visitors in our state, and the economic impact that it could negatively have. Thank you.
Richard Turner?
Be extremely brief, Chairman. Richard Turner, Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association. Wish there was another box to check other than, for or against. There are a lot of moving parts in this. I think one of them has been resolved. We're for a uniform school start date for all districts. However, the moving up of the date does cause some concern. Now, Senator Mofford has been extremely gracious in listening to all of our concerns and continues to do so. Very briefly, I would like just to point out that while 21 days may be a possible solution, there may be an alternative. And as we all know, Labor Day floats. So perhaps we should consider an approach that removes Labor Day from the equation and consider making it that schools don't start prior to the third Monday in August. This method may prevent a large swing in dates created by a floating holiday. It would also allow enough time for schools to complete their task prior to the winter holiday break. Irregardless of what number of days is ultimately decided on, anything over 14 does have a real economic impact to those who travel and vacation in August and for those establishments who service them. Thank you.
Debate, 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 debate on the bill. Senator Sobel.
I'd like to support this bill, but I can't support this bill at this time. My good friend, Senator Mofford, I remember us moving it later, making a later date for school start because families take family vacations. Families send their kids to camp as well. The tourism industry is affected, and if you want to start earlier, you can currently get a waiver. So I don't see the need to change the current system.
And Senator Mofford and I think we spoke actually a couple of days ago about maybe a couple possible other ways to do this. I support you in your intent. Perhaps there's maybe one or two ways that we can adjust this minor to get your intent, but I'm going to support it because I think you're down the right road. So with that, Senator Mofford, you recognize the close.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll move it real quickly. Just point of clarification, the only districts that can ask for a waiver, of course, are those high-performing districts, which we're trying to now to get a common date. The third Monday, there are three options. You got 21 days before August, no day early in August to 10th, and then the third Monday. And, I don't have I'm not locked into any one of those. My issue is to let school districts and the parents make the decision when to start so that they can finish the exams before they leave winter break. If it comes down to a question of tourism or students, I'm going to pick students every time. But I think we can work this out. I think we can make everybody happy.
Please call the roll on CS for SB 688.
Senator Benaquisto? Senator Brandes? Senator Bullard? Senator Clemens? Senator Gates? Senator Galvano? Senator Garcia? Senator Montford?
Yes.
Senator Sobel? Senator Sobel? Vice Chair Dietert? Chair Legg?
Yes. By your vote, show CS for SB 688 is reported favorably. With that,